Hey, hope everyone's doing well. Today we're going to go over the May market update, looking at the numbers from April, and I'm going to give you my 3-month outlook of what I think lies ahead. As normal, we're going to start with the counties that I go over, Hillsborough and Merrimack. First, Hillsborough County was pretty much right on the money as far as what I thought was going to continue to happen. You can see closed sales were up by 7 from March to April. I honestly thought that number was going to be a little bit bigger, but still trending in a positive direction, so that's good to see. Median sales price was also up, only by 6,000. Days on market were down by 3, down to 22 days on market. I still think that's a little higher than I was anticipating. New listings up by 50 from March to April. So that's great to see. 325 new listings in April for Hillsborough County. And percent of list price received, we went up by 2% at 103.1%. So that's a great thing to see for sellers. But still, year to date, we are down in almost everything. Year to date, year over year, we're down 21% in closed sales, 21% in new listings, and prices are just about even. We're down $500 median price year over year between last year and this year. And then percent of list price received, we're still down about 3% on that. So Hillsborough County really followed the trend that I was expecting. Some of the moves weren't quite as big, but we'll go in more into what I think the trend is currently and what lies ahead at the end of the video. On to Merrimack County. Merrimack County also followed a lot of the trends that I expected to see. At first, I was surprised that closed sales were down by 10 for only 72 on the month. I found out quickly that pending sales were up by 46, so there's 134 sales pending, which is why this number is so far down. Next month, I'm sure we're going to see a big closed sales number due to that. Median sales price was up $33,500. That's a big jump. That's great to see for sellers. Days on market was actually up by 1. That was the biggest surprise to me. Again, I think a lot of that is new construction in the same houses sitting on the market for a long time. But new listings up by 45. So between Hillsborough County and Merrimack County, we had 90 additional listings compared to what we had in March. So 136 new listings for Merrimack in the month of April. And the percent of list price received, we went up by just under 2%. So we got over full list price on average. So this kind of backs up our days on market hypothesis that really it's a lot of these new constructions in the same houses sitting on days on market, because you're not going to see full list price typically if you have a house sitting for well over a month. So now looking at the year to date, year over year statistics, we're still down closed sales. We're still down new listings. The inventory shortage is definitely still continuing. We have median sales price up by 10% in Merrimack County, especially considering last April the interest rates were way lower. This is a pretty astounding number for sellers in Merrimack County. Days on market up by 37%. As we were saying, I think again this is a lot of new construction, a lot of the same less desirable properties sitting for a long time. And then we have percent of list price received. We're still down 4% comparative year over year, but I expect that number to keep rising. The trend's still strong, and we're going to talk about where I think the trend's going to go from here. Discussing my hometown of Bow, New Hampshire. Similar to Merrimack County, I was surprised that Bow's closed sales stayed flat at 5 for the month. But then again, looking at pending sales, just in the town of Bow, we have 15 pending sales. So I expect that this closed sales number is going to shoot up next month. Median sales price went up by $48,000 to $616,000. Bow's median sales price got down pretty far. Not surprised to see it rebound. 616 seems a lot more realistic for Bow. Days on market went down by 1 for 10 days on market. New listings went up to 14 for Bow. That's 8 more than we had in March. And then the percent of list price received actually dropped. We dropped down below 100% of list price. What this really tells me, they're probably not pricing the houses appropriate. There are probably some problems with some of the listings. And that's why, even though days on market is still just over a week, you're not getting full percent of list prices on average. This could just be an outlier due to 1 or 2 listings that went way below list price. But that's a pretty interesting thing to see with days on market this low. Year over year, inventory shortage is still a big story. Closed sales down 33.3% year to date, year over year. Median sales price is up 25.3%, which is great news for sellers in Bow. Days on market down by 36%. Like I said, we're averaging just over a week, which is great news for sellers as well. New listings still down just under 12%, and percent of list price received, we are down 6.4% year over year. So Bow's a pretty good indicator of the county as a whole. We're going to take a look at Bedford and Hooksett and see how they compare to the bigger trend. So Bedford really stayed pretty consistent month over month. We added 3 more listings compared to March, so we had 17 new listings in Bedford. Median sales price was $740,000, up about $3,000, which is pretty. I'd say 740 is pretty good for Bedford. Days on market, we were up 9 for an average of 27 days on market. That was definitely my biggest surprise to see in Bedford for the month. New listings down 1, so we had 24 new listings. And percent of list price received, 102.3, up about 1%. So really the trend in Bedford is staying pretty consistent, and we kind of see that in the year-to-date, year-over-year numbers. Closed sales are down by almost 18%. That's pretty much the same across the state, but honestly, that's not as big of an outlier as some. Median sales price up 1.8% for the year. Days on market up 6.7% year to date, year over year. New listings down only 4%, which honestly for the state as a whole is much better compared to most. And then percent of list price received, we're down 5.4% year over year, just because last year everything was going for way over asking. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about Hooksett. Closed sales in Hooksett were down by 3 for 7 on the month, similar to Bow. I looked over at pending sales, and pending sales were 11 for the town of Hooksett, which is still pretty significant considering how many listings they go through. Median sales price shot way up to $620,000. That is just over Bow's median sales price, which is pretty crazy for Hooksett, but that's great for the sellers there. Days on market shot way down to 29 days on market. I think that number was a little arbitrarily high in Hooksett, and I still think 29 days on market is high. I bet you by July, we'll see this number come down to about the 3-week mark. New listings, we had 16 new listings in Hooksett last month. That is 8 more than we had in March. And then percent of list price received, still below full asking. For list price received, we're at 98.4, and that was a 0.7% improvement from March. Year to date, year over year in Hooksett, closed sales still up. Big outlier for Hooksett, up 16.7%. Median sales price up 6.2%. Days on market is up 143% from last year. But like I said, I think Hooksett has had quite a few properties sitting on the market for a long time, really skewing that data point. New listings down 15.2%, and then percent of list price received still down 4.4% year over year. To conclude the video, I'd like to talk about my favorite part, which is the current market summary and what I think the next 3 months are going to bring. So current market summary, the biggest thing for sellers is to properly price your home. This is crucial as we're starting to see more inventory come on, and buyers are not as desperate as they have been in the past. Houses properly priced in good shape are still selling quick, fast, and in a hurry. Sellers are going to get favorable terms and multiple offers if you're priced according. My 3-month outlook is I think closed sales are going to continue to go up. As we talked about, we have new listings coming on, and we have a lot of pending sales in the numbers already, and I think this is going to continue through May, June, and into July. However, new listings I think are going to continue to go up. As we talked about briefly last month, I think around the June, July spot there, we're going to get some macroeconomic data that's really going to scare the market. I don't think that we're going to see a crash, but what I do think we're going to see is definitely a pause while people kind of get their bearings. I see a crash coming in commercial real estate, but residential real estate, I don't foresee a crash. But I have a feeling around the June, July timeframe, we're going to see some headlines that are going to scare some people, and new listings are going to seize up around the July, August part. Sales price, I think sales price is going to continue to go up relative to inflation. So I think nominal prices are going to go up, but real value, once you take inflation into account, is really going to be about even, which is kind of what we've seen so far this year, now that everyone's adjusted to the new interest rates. And days on market, I think days on market are still going to continue to drop. Really, since February, the market has been, we've had a lot of buyers, we haven't had a lot of homes. I think some of the laggard homes that weren't priced according are going to get sold, and I think the new homes coming online are going to continue to get priced according as the market's kind of settled down. And I see into May, June, July, and even in August, I see days on market coming down until we hit about 2 weeks days on market. We'll still have some houses in there, new construction, that will skew that data a little bit. But in general, this is the long version of this is going on my YouTube, and I'll post snippets on my Instagram and my Facebook. But if you can like, subscribe, and comment, I would love to comment more about why I think we're going to have a lot of scary news coming in June, July, how I came to that hypothesis. But I love to grow this page. I like to grow my business. So anything you can do to get the algorithms work in my favor, I super appreciate. We're going to keep information coming to you. If you guys have any questions on anything, or if you're looking to get into the market, whether you're buying or selling, give me a call. I'd love to help you out, or I'd love to at least give you information to better suit you. So I appreciate your time. Thanks for listening.